Hello, and welcome to this KSP video. Today, we're sending an orbital relay network to provide communications for the base and rover from the last two episodes. And liftoff. This is a pretty simple launch vehicle, just 7 vector engines strapped to a main core. Not that interesting. Anyways, we're just going up right now. Yeah. I don't really know what to talk about. Anyways, we're about to ditch the first stage any second now. Though I just pitched up at that last second on the first stage to get some extra kilometers of altitude. Just setting up an orbit and gonna burn for that in a second or two. Also getting rid of the fairings and extending some solar panels and an antenna. Now we're just waiting for the burn. And burning. Pushing us into an orbit. After that, we set up the inclination burn. There we go. We're gonna do that any second now. Also, if you don't know the what this mission is for, or you know what it's for, but you don't understand what I meant, I explain near the end of the video. Anyways, just setting up a Minmus orbital insertion burn. Or setting up a counter and then an insertion burn. So, gonna do that any second now. There we go. Pretty simple mission in general. Yeah. Oh, I had the same problems last episode where I'm calling it manual time warp again, stopped working, so I had to do what I did last episode where I just sat down and wait. There's the insertion burn, the orbital insertion burn. I extended some random solar panels and stuff. There was a second there you probably didn't see where I actually ran out of electricity and had to wait to get some sun on the solar panels again, and then I extended the other ones just for safety. Just putting ourselves in a nice orbit now. We're getting close to the point where I have to get all the things set up. There goes the first satellite. It has an ion engine. I only ended up using it a little on this one. The next segment of the video is just me going to the tracking station and delete, not for two reasons. A, to delete some debris and to switch vehicles. But also, I know other YouTubers like to make missions to do their debris, but I'm lazy, and if you don't like that, you can dislike the video or something. Oh, also I renamed the satellite. Anyways, here's back to the mission. I just got rid of the first stage. And messed around with my orbits for a bit. We're in the longest part of the video. Well, not the longest part, but the longest part of the mission. And I'm just going to play a clip that explains how these orbits work right now. So, I'm just drawing some red dots to represent the satellites, and I'm going to just name them A, B, and C, and put a purple and yellow dot, the purple for a base on Minmus, and yellow for a tracking station on Kerbin. Once again, obviously, this is not to scale. So the base obviously can't send a direct signal to Kerbin, so it sends a signal to either A or B, and A and B can send it to C, or they can send it directly to Kerbin. And if they send it to C, C can then send it to Kerbin. That's all I had to say for that. So back to the mission. Yeah, this is it was really tedious. It took a while, but I did get a nice relay set up. And now you understand why. I just chose 3 satellites because it was a small number and I didn't want to make this too complicated. For my sake. This was already a 50-minute mission and I had to do it twice because I crashed and forgot to quick save, so. Anyways. Just getting the maneuver set, or not maneuver, messing around with the orbits. I set it to times 15 speed, but it looked too choppy above that, so I had to do that. I'm just bringing the Rover to the base finally, now that we have stable communications. And speaking of the base and the Rover, obviously they have room for Kerbals, so I'm going to bring Kerbals in the last episode. I wonder what ship I'm going to be using. Anyways, just driving it over, almost fell over, because this thing is pretty fast and I shouldn't be turning so much. We're just going over. It has a docking port on the front that slightly droops down just to align with the base. It took me a minute or so to get it aligned with the docking port on the base, but once I did it, it was pretty easy. So anyway, I repositioned, got aligned, and it bounces right off. Okay, I back up, go again. Bounces, bounces. I messed with this for a few minutes. So I go out once more, go back in. It bounces one more time, I think, and then I get it right a few seconds later. There we go. So anyway, this is the whole thing done. So the Rover is basically just to not only do science, but also to go get Kerbals from the rocket, so they don't have to walk 100 miles or however far they are. So that's the end of the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed. You'll on the top of the screen there should be 2 videos, and on the right there should be a link to my channel. Have a good day.